You know, I feel like I have been doing YouTube for a while now, but just how long has it been exactly? Well, let's go to my channel and see how old it actually is. Scrolling and some more scrolling. Well, the earliest video I can find on here was uploaded on October 10th, 2009. Or at least this is the first video on this channel that is publicly available. But how about the channel itself? When was that started? If we go to the About section. Oh. October 10th, 2009. That's right. It has been a full 10 years since I joined YouTube. The first video I ever uploaded was on October 10th, 2009. And the creation of my YouTube account also dates back to October 10th, 2009. According to Video Manager, my first YouTube video titled SpongeBob Lego Short was uploaded specifically on Saturday, October 10th, 2009 at 9:16 p.m. Now, my 10th anniversary on YouTube is on Thursday, October 10th, 2019. I'm still alive. Some irony is that my 10th anniversary just so happens to be on the 10th day of the 10th month of the year. And some more irony is that I joined YouTube 1 year before 2010. Now I can claim that I have had my YouTube account for a decade now. There goes a decade of my life that I am never going to get back. I have been using YouTube for a long time. I have come a long way since that 2009 video of SpongeBob Lego Short, and I'll get into why that is and how much I have changed since then. The reason why I waited so long to make an anniversary video is because, well, it took me this long to reach 10 years on YouTube, and it was a matter of waiting for that time to come. Technically, I have had other anniversaries on YouTube, such as when my channel turned 4 in 2013, but I feel like anniversaries like that were not notable enough, so that's why I waited until my 10th anniversary, because I knew that was going to be the big one, and that is part of the reason why I chose to make this video. This was never planned from the start, by the way. When I joined YouTube in 2009, I was not planning to go on for 10 years. It just ended up working like that. But back then, it was like, okay, I created my account, and we'll see how long I go off from there. one thing I want to get out of the way first is my username, Andy Keyshore. Now, some people cannot even pronounce my username correctly, which is okay, but over the years I have been getting all kinds of comments and like questions from people asking how did I come up with this username, why is it this username, yada 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 and stuff like that. So I'm gonna come clean about it for once. This YouTube account was named after my dad, Andy Keyshore, and I am his son, Jinthan Keyshore. My dad thought it was a cool idea to use his own name as my YouTube username. My dad thought it was funny that he used his own name for my username. Although my YouTube account is named after my dad, I am the one who primarily runs the account. Although my dad still helps me on my YouTube account sometimes, such as back when I was still learning, or when I am having technical problems. Also, I did use my dad's voice in some of my early LEGO videos. In the credits of a lot of my SpongeBob LEGO videos, I have used both my name and my dad's name, including our first and last names. So yeah, that explains how my username came into being when I created this account. Another thing I want to get out of the way is my age, especially since talking about my age actually will apply to the videos, which I will be talking about later. I was born on September 30th, 2000, so that means I was a 9-year-old child at the time my YouTube account was created. And now here I am as a 19-year-old adult 10 years later. You might have noticed how my YouTube account was created like 11 days after my birthday. Speaking of which, I still have the picture of the birthday cake I had for my 9th birthday in 2009. Here is the picture of the birthday cake for my 19th birthday in 2019. We are going to be doing a look back at the videos I have posted in the past 10 years on YouTube and see how much I have involved in that time span. Also, I am going to be talking about how I got into SpongeBob and YouTube in the first place. So, the website itself, YouTube, had begun in 2005. The first ever YouTube video, titled Me at the Zoo, was posted in 2005, and the website itself was founded in the same year. I was only 4 years old when YouTube began in early 2005, although I was turning 5 years old later that year. I was only in preschool at the time YouTube began, and back in 2005 I did not know about YouTube. I never heard of YouTube. I was not familiar with YouTube at all in 2005. Then, 1 year later in 2006, when I joined kindergarten, is when I started getting into SpongeBob. I am not going to be talking about that too much here, because I might make another video called How I Got into SpongeBob and go more in depth about that. But needless to say, 2006 is when my obsession with SpongeBob had begun, and it would quickly go on to become my favorite TV show of all time. I became a SpongeBob fan when I was 6 years old. This one is a little more of a vivid memory But in 2007, I remember me and my dad were looking up funny SpongeBob moments on Google one day. And one of the results we found were a video of funny SpongeBob moments on YouTube. And that's how I discovered YouTube in the first place. It's like this website that's a collection of videos. Cool. YouTube had become years old by the time I discovered it in 2007. Yeah, I did catch on with YouTube during the early years of the website. Oh, and there were plenty of YouTube videos that I was never allowed to watch as a kid. Just because at the time I probably was too young to understand them, or they were highly inappropriate, and various other reasons. I have been using YouTube for over a decade now, since 2007, but I didn't have an account on here until 2009. In 2008, I was watching even more YouTube videos, and I was discovering even more parts of YouTube. Also, back in 2008, I used to often bookmark my favorite YouTube videos, because that was before I had an account and I cannot press the like button on a video. So if I really liked a video that much, I would just bookmark it. On a side note, the random Lego SpongeBob videos on YouTube back then are kind of what inspired me to join YouTube and create some of my own Lego SpongeBob videos. I do plan on going more in depth about the Lego stuff if I do a Lego collection video someday. So that's why I'm not going to talk too much about the Lego stuff here. But it is a part of the early years of my channel, which I will be getting into. The year 2008 is when I got my first laptop. And that laptop I got in 2008 is the same laptop I've been using to make all these videos this entire time. I have gotten a few other laptops over the years, and I use these other laptops for different purposes. Like, one laptop has more storage, or one laptop has better recording quality for DVDs and such. Finally, after YouTube began, 4 years later in 2009, I created my account. I remember that I kept begging my dad for an account. I had him help me create the account, because like I said earlier, he did help with my channel. That was back when I was learning the do and don'ts of YouTube, and the stuff that I could do on YouTube and all that good stuff. Once my YouTube account was created, I uploaded my first video on the same exact day. The first video to go up on my channel was the Lego SpongeBob short. And needless to say, that video is way rougher than the stuff that I would be making nowadays, because I have improved quite a lot of things since that first video. First of all, my first video was in 4:3 full screen format instead of widescreen 16:9, but I'll get into why that is later. Second of all, the video had not much of a plot for it. And to add on, the whole video was shot in only one take, and I filmed that entire video because that was before I learned how to do stop motion, and I did not even have any custom made backgrounds back then. There's a reason I called that video SpongeBob Lego short, because that's back when I was still testing around, and it was before I decided to make full episodes of Lego SpongeBob. I was in 3rd grade when I joined YouTube at the time. One thing I want to note is that I have been using iMovie to edit my videos in the past 10 years. However, I have updated iMovie in that time span. But yes, it has been iMovie that entire time. I have learned quite a lot in the past 10 years I have been on YouTube. Part of that is because I was in school most of that time. And another part of it is how much YouTube has evolved in that time span, which adding all kinds of new features to the website and such. I only posted that one video in 2009. For the rest of 2009, I would sit there learning stop motion and doing more things to set up my SpongeBob Lego videos, such as finding backgrounds and such. It was not until 2010 that I started doing more of my SpongeBob Lego videos. In 2010, I started doing my Lego SpongeBob series, and that would become the first series of videos on my channel. By the time I started doing those Lego SpongeBob episodes, I figured out how to do stop motion, and I had some custom-made backgrounds, which were just some of the official SpongeBob backgrounds printed and copy and pasted onto cardboard. Also, you might have noticed how a lot of those SpongeBob Lego videos I did were based on early episodes of the show. Those SpongeBob Lego episodes I posted in 2010 still share a lot of the problems that I later improved on. My voice acting was bad in those older videos. And speaking of bad voice acting, I also had no volume control back then. Because in iMovie, it would often default to 100% volume. So some of those older videos ended up being loud. And I do apologize for that. I was recording the music in those videos from Audacity, so it ended up being like low quality sounding music. I was bad at cropping the screen back then because a lot of those videos had a weird zoom in effect. In 2010, my videos were just strictly Lego related stuff. For as rough as my early videos are, I still think they have a charm to them in a little way, such as being able to hear my younger voice, or being able to see my attempts for a SpongeBob episode in Lego form. In 2011, I continued to make a couple more SpongeBob Lego videos, and the 2011 Lego videos were pretty much like the 2010 videos in terms of quality. There is one not Lego SpongeBob video I posted in 2011, which was the video of Squidward's musical band of Ah! That video was my first time recording the computer screen itself, in which I was using ScreenFlick, for any of you guys wondering. Although, the version of ScreenFlick I was using in 2011 was garbage. ScreenFlick was like recording in like 240p quality. Even more annoying is how every time I pressed any of the arrow keys on the keyboard, it would display them on the screen, which made it really annoying during the gameplay videos. By the way, before I had ScreenFlick, if I wanted to use footage from another YouTube video, I actually had to like download that video and preserve it on my computer, because I will acknowledge this for once. But yeah, I did copy somebody else's video when I was using their SpongeBob Lego theme song in some of my videos. I will get into the updated version of ScreenFlick I used later. But regardless, I found a way to record directly off the computer with ScreenFlick. On a side note, the video of Squidward's musical Band of Ah was recorded from a SpongeBob Online game called Where's Gary. I only bring this up because that game is unfortunately no longer available to play online. That game used to be on the Nickelodeon UK website a long time ago, but they eventually removed it, and there is no other ways to play that game on the web, unfortunately. So I do consider myself lucky that I was able to get some footage of the SpongeBob Where's Gary online game before that game got deleted from the internet. I do kind of regret not recording footage of the full game back then, but then again, my recording was just garbage back then, so the video would never be in high quality, even if I did record it back then. 2012 is a year where I wasn't focusing all my attention to YouTube that much, because I only have one video from 2012, which is the SpongeBob 2012 McDonald's advertisement. I did technically record some other videos in 2012, but some of those were videos I held off from uploading until much later. One of the videos I held off from uploading in 2012 was my 1 hour recording of SpongeBob Employee of the Month PC game. And the reason why I did not upload it in 2012, even though I intended to, was because when I tried uploading the 1 hour video, the thing stopped me by saying that sorry, you cannot upload videos that are longer than 10 minutes onto YouTube. I did not run into this problem with any of the previous videos before 2012, because all of those videos were under 10 minutes. It was not until 2012 that I attempted to upload a video longer than 10 minutes, only for me to get a stupid message. When I saw that message, I was like, that is rubbish. Because I was already aware of some people on YouTube already uploading videos that are longer than 10 minutes. Heck, even some of the most popular YouTubers of all time are people who have uploaded videos that are way longer than 10 minutes. It turns out that you have to go on Google or something and look up how to extend your YouTube time limit, which I did not do that until 2013, which is why all my older videos are under the 10 minutes mark. And yes, I think it's pretty stupid that YouTube starts you off with a time limit and they force you to extend it if you want to upload beyond 10 minutes. In 2013, I did a video of Gary's Quest, another online game video on my channel. In March 2013, I posted my first unedited SpongeBob episode clip video, which was SpongeBob House Fancy Bathroom Scene. Also, for some reason, I kept getting a whole bunch of Taco Bell comments on the SpongeBob House Fancy Bathroom Scene clip, because apparently Patrick taking a dump in Squidward's bathroom reminded people of how they feel after eating food from Taco Bell. I also uploaded the SpongeBob House Fancy Bathroom Scene in German. After that, I uploaded a quick video of SpongeBob eating hot fruit cake in only 2 seconds, which I do not have much to say about that. In May 2013, I uploaded the SpongeBob Christmas Who theme song instrumental version, and that video is currently my most popular video, with 2 million views. To this day, I do not quite understand how that ended up being my most viewed video. Maybe it was because I was probably the first guy on YouTube to do an instrumental version of that theme song. Maybe because people like watching theme songs on YouTube. I'm not quite sure myself. But again, thanks for the 2 million views on that video, guys. For Halloween 2013, I uploaded a Halloween version of the SpongeBob theme song in Legos. I was originally planning to make a Lego SpongeBob Halloween episode, but I did not like the way it turned out, unfortunately. And I even had a plot for it, like Lego Squidward becomes a zombie, but I ultimately scrapped that video, although I still did make the theme song for it, which is ultimately what I ended up posting. In December 2013, I uploaded 2 Spanish Christmas-themed videos. The first one was the Spanish version of the song Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas, but with Lego footage. And the second one was It's a SpongeBob Christmas online game, but it was the Spanish version. Don't ask why I did those weird Spanish videos in December 2013. Although I do remember reading some of the comments on those videos, and it brought some foreign viewers to the channel. Oh, 2013 was the year I started entering my teen years, as my 13th birthday happened in 2013. One thing I really want to touch on is how 2013 was the year that I finally got better sound equipment. Yeah. For my early years I was using Audacity to record sound. But then, in 2013 I switched to using Wiretap Studio. And that was able to record sound much better. Like, I was actually able to record sound just off the laptop itself, and not include sounds of me like touching the button or whatever. So if I wanted Mac audio, Wiretap Studio was the way to go. 2013 was also the year that I discovered VLC, which was a nice high quality way to play my DVDs on a computer. And I think I remember discovering that because I was trying to look for a way to record some of my DVDs in like high quality, again for archival reasons. And VLC kind of did the job. And I would end up using VLC in some of my later videos. One more thing I want to note about 2013 is that you notice how that year just was an abundance of holiday related videos on my channel? 2013 was like the holiday year of my channel. First, I posted Gary's Crush online game in February 2013. That game itself is already kind of a Valentine's Day themed game. Then there's SpongeBob eating hot fruit cake video that clip came directly from the episode It's a SpongeBob Christmas. Third, there is SpongeBob Christmas Who theme song instrumental version, which is pretty obvious from the title alone. Fourth, there is Lego SpongeBob Halloween theme song. And then the last 2 are those Spanish Christmas videos. So in total, that's 6 holiday videos I posted in 2013. The next one is going to be easy to sum up. 2014 was glitch videos and SpongeBob credit blank videos. That's literally all I posted in 2014. The glitch videos were me finding random glitches in SpongeBob games, and the credit blank videos were just me showing the SpongeBob credits without the words on the screen. Also, when I made those SpongeBob credit blanks videos, I was able to record the sound in high quality because I invested in Wiretap Tab Studio that was capable of recording Mac audio like I said earlier. So that was around the point when I was able to get higher quality sound in my videos. Also, 2014 is when my YouTube channel turned 5 years old. So my channel was about half a decade old at that point. But it was not until 2019 that my channel became a full decade old. For Christmas 2014, I got an HD camera after being on YouTube for 5 years at that point. If you are wondering, this is the type of HD camera that I use in like all my current videos. For the filming videos at least. I think the side of the camera even says HD on it. Yeah, it does. This is the one that I got in 2014. And it was ultimately a good way to upgrade the quality of my videos. If you're wondering, here is the previous camera I used for recording videos before I upgraded to the HD one. And you might notice how both the HD cam and this old cam are Sony Handycams. The Sony Handycams are the type of cameras I've been relying off of for like my entire YouTube career. This camera could only record in standard definition, or at least when I tried it. Plus, this camera had a very primitive way of storing movies and such. Like, I would often have to do it on the old tapes. You know, something like this. The new camera I use records on memory cards. But this camera I had to use tapes to record my stuff. Oh, and here's one from February 2010 stuff. Here's a blank one that was never labeled. And January to September 2011 stuff. And another just unlabeled one. You can tell this is the type of setup that I have long abandoned at this point. Because it's much easier to just do stuff on the memory card than having to buy a whole bunch of tapes to record my footage. I already told you the two cameras I primarily use when it comes to my live action videos, but I have used some additional cameras over the years for like quick stuff. Like, I used an iPhone camera at one point, which I'm not going to show you because iPhones are pretty common. You probably already know what an iPhone looks like anyway, especially if you're living in 2019. But I also used this camera, although this camera I just mainly use for photographing stuff. And technically this camera does have a recording option as well, but for some reason the audio just sounds bad on this camera. It's like really low quality sound if I try to record with this camera. So instead I just mainly use this camera for photographing stuff in case I ever need to for any reason whatsoever. Well, this HD camera I'm using is good. The one problem I have with it is that this camera can only hold like up to 3 hours of footage on each memory card. So I've been having to get all kinds of new memory cards to store more footage with this camera. the memory card having a limit of about 3 hours does not help for some of the longer videos on my channel, such as this one. For a while, I filmed my live action videos in standard definition. I was filming in standard definition because back then I was like, you know what, these are just some quick internet videos on the web. But then it got to the point where literally everyone else was filming in high definition, so I had to make the change as well. Even though I got the HD camera in December 2014, it was not until June 2015 that I finally opened it and started using it, which leads into the next year on my channel, 2015. Another thing to touch up on is how 2014 to 2015 was around the time I was going through puberty, and that is why my voice started to change, because the voice I used in my Rock Bottom remake video sounded way different than the voice I had in the early videos from 2010. In 2015, I finally updated to a better version of ScreenFlick, which motivated me to use it more often. The first video I wanted to film with my HD camera was the remake of Lego SpongeBob Rock Bottom, because I originally made that video in 2010. But that was before the Lego Glove World set came out in 2011. And as you might know, the actual Rock Bottom episode of SpongeBob starts off at Glove World. So I wanted to remake my Lego Rock Bottom video, but have it be more accurate to the episode by having it actually start off at Glove World, just like in the show. And also my first Lego SpongeBob episode to be in high definition. The one other video I posted in 2015 was SpongeBob's House Party DVD deleted scenes, in which I recorded this off a website back in 2013. Some deleted scenes from the SpongeBob's House Party episode that were not on the DVD version, but were included on TV airings. Just like 2012, 2015 is another year where I was not really focusing my attention on making YouTube videos, and as a result posted very little videos in 2015. But back in the early years of my channel, I wasn't always too concerned about how much I made videos or how long I would go without making videos, because I did not have that many subscribers back then for like the first 6 years of my YouTube channel. It was not till I started getting a lot more subscribers in 2016 that I started pumping out more videos and in higher quality as well. By the way, I have been keeping track of every time I hit a new 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I remember that it was either around December 2015 or January 2016 that I reached 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. The first video I uploaded in 2016, titled SpongeBob the Sponge Who Could Fly DVD Deleted Scenes, it's the same deal as the SpongeBob's House Party DVD deleted scenes. Recorded off a website with ScreenFlick, was not on any of the DVDs, yada yada yada. For the rest of 2016, I just uploaded some like TV promos, episode clips, and like recordings of DS games. Also, you probably noticed how I recorded the DS games and the TV promos with a camera. This is because I do not have a capture card. I have never had a capture card at all in the past 10 years. So anything I needed to record off a TV or off a video game, I had to record it just with a camera, which I know is not professional, but it's how I did it. The last video I uploaded in 2016 was my Halloween bucket collection video, which not only was that video random, and that video also got delayed quite a bit because it's a Halloween themed video, yet it's being uploaded in December. I think it's because I did stupid stuff back then, like I thought filming it on Halloween was going to be a good idea and I could get it all done in one day. But no, that was not going to happen for reasons. I ended up filming a lot of that video in the dark too. Also, that Halloween bucket collection video of mine ended up getting a lot of dislikes, which is why I have disabled the number of likes and dislikes on that video, just so that absolutely no one except for me knows the exact number of likes and dislikes on that video. Needless to say, that video did not perform that good. Even though I've seen a few other people on YouTube who did Halloween bucket collections. The year 2017 on my channel I can sum up as mostly gaming videos. Because looking back, 2017 was just a lot of game related videos on my channel. 2017 was around the point where I tried to upload a new video at least once a month. Some of those gaming videos I did were for research purposes, like with SpongeBob's Jellyfishing Mission. I could not find a full playthrough of that game on YouTube at all at the time, so I kinda chose to do one myself. And the SpongeBob Walk Collector game, that was a game I maxed out after playing it for 2 hours. I did also upload a few TV promos in 2017. It was not till like the second half of 2017 that I started posting more interesting videos. In September 2017, I uploaded a third SpongeBob Credit Blanks video for the first time in 3 years since 2014. Except the one I uploaded in 2017 was the prehistoric credits from the episode Ugh, also known as SpongeBob's BC from Season 3. Also, September 2017 is when I reached 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. 2017 is also when I started doing some of the DVD videos. And I will say that I appreciate DVDs way more now than when I was a kid. That SpongeBob The First 100 Episodes DVD discussion that I did was my first video where I admit my age. I think the reason I admitted my age in that video was because I was like getting tired of comments asking how old I am, or comments like, how come your voice changed? I just explained that because I was getting older and I was no longer a child. In 2018 I started going a little more full out with some of my content. Like, there was a point in 2018 where I tried uploading a new video like every weekend. I did that for a couple months in 2018. I guess I should mention this one because I brought it up earlier, but in 2018 I finally got the chance to upload that SpongeBob Employee of the Month 1 hour gameplay PC video. And that's the one I talked about that I did in 2012, but I couldn't do it back then due to the time limit. But then I finally decided to upload it in 2018 instead. 2018 is also when I started doing some more of the compilation type of stuff and recording footage of SpongeBob from some of the DVDs I had. Like, I know I did every time the word wiener is said in Krusty Dogs, and every time Junior is said in Walkabout, and also that silly SpongeBob burping compilation from the first 3 seasons. In May 2018, I reached 3,000 subscribers. And for some reason, it was not until around 2017 to 2018 that my YouTube channel started blowing up. Because for a while, it was like under 1,000 subscribers. Then between 2016 to 2017, it was a little over 1,000 subscribers. But it was not till like almost 8 years later that I kept getting more and more subscribers more rapidly, and it became literal thousands. To this day, I still do not know exactly how my YouTube channel managed to blow up. I don't know, maybe it's because I started putting more effort into my videos, maybe because I got better sound quality, maybe because I was putting a little bit more variety in my videos. I'm not quite sure myself, but thanks for all the support over the years. Just like 2017, lots of game-related videos on my channel in 2018. At one point, I even went out of my way to play a whole bunch of the really old SpongeBob Shockwave games. I already said the reason why I did some of these gaming videos, but in 2018 there was just an abundance of game videos on my YouTube channel. Also, 2018 is when I became an adult because of my 18th birthday that year. In November 2018, I reached 4,000 subscribers. On November 26, 2018 is when that SpongeBob creator Stephen Hillenburg died. And I remember that was a pretty bad day for the SpongeBob community. And I did that tribute video to Steve Hillenburg just shortly after he died. And I know some other people did tribute videos to Steven Hillenburg online already, but I felt the need to do one as well, especially since in my video I pointed out some more obscure facts about Steve Hillenburg, such as, did you know Steve Hillenburg was in some old DVD commentaries from 2003? And stuff like that. And now finally to the current 2019 year. Again, a lot of gaming videos this year. I just continued playing more and more SpongeBob Online games this year. Even though some of them weren't the full game, some of them were just like random templates or me creating glitches in some of the games. In April 2019, I uploaded SpongeBob Pineapple Arcade video. And I only bring this up because that was my first video where I actually have a recording of myself in public. All the previous live action videos of me were recorded at home. I also did some of the DVD videos in 2019. And speaking of DVDs, the 10th season of SpongeBob has a DVD release date of October 2019, which I find to be kind of fitting for the 10th anniversary of my heavily themed SpongeBob YouTube channel. And much like 2018, continuing to do more of the SpongeBob episode compilations. One of those videos was some footage of the 2001 original airing of the episode Shanghai, which that was actually like lost media for like a really long time. On May 1st, 2019, SpongeBob finally reached its 20th anniversary. And I bring this up because you notice the irony of how I'm a SpongeBob fan who joined YouTube during the show's 10th anniversary in 2009? And now here I am during the show's 20th anniversary in 2019. So happy 20th anniversary, SpongeBob. And happy 10th anniversary to my YouTube channel. SpongeBob continuing to make new episodes during the 10 years I've been on YouTube is kinda what kept the channel going, honestly. Especially since some of my videos were based on SpongeBob stuff that was recent at the time I uploaded them, such as that 2012 McDonald's commercial. In August 2019, I reached 5,000 subscribers. So yes, that is basically a recap of the stuff and videos that I have done during my 10 years on YouTube. There were only 2 leap years that happened during the time span of my YouTube channel so far. The first leap year was in 2012 and then the other leap year was in 2016. I only bring this up because unfortunately I did not take advantage of the leap year in 2012, but I did take advantage of the leap year in 2016 by uploading a random game video on February 29th, 2016. And there is another leap year coming up in 2020, although I don't know what I will be doing by then. I have uploaded over 100 videos on YouTube. Even though I did a recap on like all my videos in the past 10 years, I will make note of how I have deleted some of the videos in that time span, but I have my reasons for doing this. I'm not going to say too many of the reasons because I don't want this video to turn into a rant, but some of the reasons are like because of copyright, or because some of them were just pointless, or because I remade a better version of them. But let me just say, you're not missing out on anything in those deleted videos. Plus, the videos that got copyrighted were not even deleted by me. They were deleted by something like Viacom or whatever. I posted at least one new video every year on my YouTube channel so far. There are times where I've taken plenty of breaks from making YouTube videos. And of course I have had my reasons for doing this. There are times where I have gone on vacation. I've been on vacation numerous times in my life. And when I go on vacation, I usually don't bring any of the stuff with me, the stuff I need to make videos. The stuff I need to make videos with is usually the stuff I leave at home, and I don't bring it on vacation with me. Some of that video stuff I do bring on vacation, such as a computer or like an iPhone camera. There are other reasons as well, like I said before. There are times where I have gotten sick. The most recent time I got sick was actually last month in September 2019. And I actually wanted to do more than one video in September 2019, but I couldn't because my voice was really sick, and my voice was just off when I became sick that time. But I've been sick throughout the years, and that's usually the time I don't record videos, just because I don't want to make a whole video of just me coughing or whatever. Plus, you have to keep in mind that I am not constantly making YouTube videos, because I have a life outside of YouTube. I go to school, I go out shopping and such. I heard there is a way to make money off of YouTube, but I'll be honest, I never got paid to make these videos. I did read into it a little bit, and apparently you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers to start making money off of YouTube videos, but I never bothered, even when I did reach 1,000 subscribers. I was never doing YouTube for a job, I was just doing it for fun. I mean, some of my videos have ads on them, but that was only because a copyright holder put them on there, not myself. Because there are times where I have received like copyright claims over little things, but in some of those instances, instead of having the video taken down, they would just put ads on it instead, which I'm fine with as long as the video gets to stay up. I did have enough motivation to keep me going on YouTube for 10 years. Thing is, I never got tired of YouTube, I never got sick of YouTube, I never got bored of YouTube. I kept going to this site for a long time. Typically, I come on YouTube and I usually ignore any drama going on in my real life, at least when I'm making the videos. This is the reason why I don't do like vlog videos or whatever, because I don't want any of that like real life drama affecting my YouTube channel. And plus that real life drama that I have to put up with is not the stuff I want to make videos on. I mean, there are definitely parts of YouTube I do not agree with, but in general I've been addicted to this website. Even though I am a 19-year-old, at least I like SpongeBob in general, at least I care about SpongeBob. Yeah, I know. I have an addiction to YouTube and SpongeBob, especially for it to go on this long. Even though my YouTube channel just turned 10 recently, I'm not quitting YouTube, guys. I still have plans to keep making more videos. In fact, there are some videos that I have already recorded, but I just haven't uploaded them yet. One of those is a SpongeBob comic book collection video, which I have fully recorded, but I have to add the final touches to that video before I upload it. Now, just how much longer will I keep doing YouTube for? I do not know. Will I keep doing YouTube for another 10 years? I don't want to predict that far in the future. It's one of those things where if I do YouTube for another 10 years, then I do. And then if I don't, then oh well. The 20th anniversary of my YouTube channel will not be until 2029. But I have no idea if I will still be making YouTube videos by then. I'm not going to be making YouTube videos forever, because I am a human, and I only have so much time left to live and do things. But I mean, I could keep doing YouTube for a good while, because keep in mind, I'm still pretty young. I am only 19. Yeah, I am a young adult. Yes, I do remember discovering the innovation of YouTube back when I was a kid. And YouTube has left a big impact on my life, especially for me to go on this website for a full decade. Thank you to anyone who has been a loyal subscriber on my YouTube channel. Here is a picture I took of YouTube back in 2009. You can see how much it has changed between 2009 YouTube and the 2019 YouTube I showed at the beginning of this video. I've been doing YouTube for half of my life now. Thank you for all of the memories over the years. You see, kids, this is what happens when you are on the same website like literally forever. I know this video has gone on for like 1 hour now, but thank you for this decade-long journey, and goodbye.